Hello English 11 students and welcome to the video for week 5, days 1 and 2. This video is designed for the entire week and is for all students. As a reminder, everything you say, do, or type is recorded, so please keep it school appropriate. And as always, there is no saving, downloading, or taking pictures of our class ever. If you take a look at this week's agenda, you're going to make sure that you complete the narrative outline, which you started last week, and then begin writing the actual narrative itself. If you were absent last week or just need a refresher, please go back and watch the week 4, day 2 video that goes over the instructions on how to complete the narrative outline. All right, from the English 11B homepage, you're going to click this week's dates, click on the Gender, Roles, and Expectations narrative, and then also have open your narrative outline. Again, if you go back to watch the week 4, day 2 video, it goes over all the instructions on how to complete each individual part of the narrative outline, along with some advice and examples that I give. So please make sure you revisit that if you need to. All right, once you're finished with the outline and you're ready to start writing your story, you'll see this document. Just like before, you're going to write your story in this box below. And then you're going to highlight 3 important things within your story. You're going to highlight the conflict about gender roles or expectations within your story in orange. Highlight at least 3 lines of properly formatted dialogue in your story in yellow. And if your story has that epiphany moment, that aha, now I realize something moment, you would highlight that in blue. Not everybody will have that, but just in case your story does have that, please highlight it in blue. Excuse me. Just as before, if you click the hyperlink here, it'll take you to a sample where I've done that highlighting. Sorry, the sample looks like this. I wrote a very quick story about a boy who decides that he wants to ride in a purple bumper car. So if you want to, you can read through the story. I'm going to pause here for a second. So here's that document. If you read through the story, right, you'll see that I've done my highlighting as well. So here is that moment that kind of highlights the gender expectation and gender roles. This is when my character has his aha moment, right, or his epiphany. And then here is just a section that is dialogue that is properly formatted, right? At the very bottom of the document is just a quick example of properly formatted dialogue as well. This is what we used earlier in the year. So you can always return to that and use that if you think that would be better. Okay. So I would advise maybe like pausing the video here and using this, or just having the sample open while you're working on your own narrative and writing your story. And don't worry about the highlighting until you're completely done writing your story. Just kind of think of it just like our writing exercises from before, right? Just write everything that comes into your head first. Don't worry about punctuation. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about formatting, right? Just get all the ideas down first and then go back and clean it up and make it look like a properly formatted story. For those of you who are maybe using flashbacks or kind of like jumping around from like one time period to another in your story, you might want to do like what I did in my sample. I start in medias res, right? So my character has already undergone the kind of traumatic experience or the climax of the story. Then I have this moment that kind of shows that there's going to be a flashback. And I just put like 2 little dots and some extra space to show that. And then when it returns to the climax of the story again, I just put that mark in again. So again, if you're using that, that's just one way to kind of show that you're doing a flashback or that it's jumping around in time. If you have any questions, please make sure you're asking the sub or you're asking Miss Deal. And that's it for today, right? Again, please just write the story. Don't worry about it being perfect at first, right? Just get the ideas down and then go back and worry about the formatting and fix it up, etc. Okay, there is no rough draft and then final draft on this one. It's just one draft. So make sure that when you turn your assignment in before midnight on Saturday, May 22nd, that you have eliminated as many punctuation, run-ons, spelling errors, etc. as possible. Student support is available from 7:45 to 8:45 in the mornings, and the Wednesday academic check-in times is from 10:30 to 10:50. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to reading your stories.